Guys, today I will show you something really spicy, perhaps one of the best DPS skill builds in the game ever created. Yes, you heard me right, my beautiful bastard. This build can deal shit ton of DPS, and most importantly, you're gonna boost your teammates as well, so you're gonna be MVP of your squad. Crowd control, check. Weapon DPS, check. Survivability, check. Badass looks, check. Bitches all over the place, check. What else do you need, my brother? I think this build will kinda surprise you, and if you love crazy setups like this one, definitely hit the like, smash this up, or leave a hateful comment. It truly depends on your preference. But don't be like these changas laying on the ground doing nothing. I can take care with one changa, and my skills can take care of second changa. And since I'm using shock trap, nobody and no one will be able to close the distance and kill me from the behind or rush me. And shock trap is extremely handful against drones. Shock trap will stop all those drones, and it's that easy. Sniper, yeah, that's the reason why I didn't get my head out of a bar table or behind the bar table, because snipers can hit hard and I didn't want to lose the armor. But in general, you got the idea. You can stop enemies extremely quickly, you have tons of DPS, you can take care with one DPS skill. So second skill can be like for example, Stinger Hive for crowd control reasons, maybe Shock Trap, EMP, Sticky Bomb, you name it. You have multiple options how to use this build to fit your playstyle, but I think this is perfect combination because my backpack talent is shock and now. So we have to apply status effects, and in this build we gonna apply status effects with shock trap and disrupt grenades. As well, you can apply status effects with Stinger Hive. It has a really small cooldown for the chargers, so you can apply bleed really often. But before we continue, quick word from the sponsor DMG.net. If you don't have enough time or good teammates, but you still want to have all the best items in your game, then DMG.net is set for you. They have absolutely amazing team on consoles. They will complete your order super quick, and if you will use my promo code RBDIV, you will receive 15% discount on absolutely all service. Amazing deal, especially when right now they have some crazy sales going on, so definitely check these guys out. But now let's get back to this hybrid setup. And if you noticed my icons under my ammo bar, you guessed it right, I'm using Overwatch, Coyote Exotic Mask for DPS, for crit chance and crit damage reasons, and I will boost my teammate DPS as well, and I'm using shock and off talent. Really good combination. For lazy players, you could use Artificial Hive to boost your turret, and Artificial Hive would boost your teammate skills as well. So I think you should buckle up for this one. We have a lot to cover here, so let's dive into everything. For specialization, my beautiful bastard, we're gonna rock technician specialization because we will gain link and laser point attachment, which we will use, on our Kingbreaker, name of the assault rifle. We will have disrupt grenades, we will have artificial hive, we will have extra skill tier, we will have additional skill damage buff as well. And this build works extremely good. Just look how my shock effect works really well, stopping whole waves, and my skill, if it properly will be placed, can take enemies extremely quickly, and with capacitor exotic assault rifle, that's game over. DPS output is nuts, and I have tons of DPS gear pieces as well. My capacitor is not optimized. My expertise level is kinda low, but I think it's not needed for PV content. For PvP, most likely you will never use capacitor. For PV, I mean, we could destroy previously without expertise system legendary strongholds, so I don't prioritize expertise system for PV content. For PvP, unfortunately, you need those levels on your guns. So yeah, that's my reasoning why I'm not specking out my capacitor. For second weapon I'm using King Breaker, named assault rifle with perfect flatline talent with linked laser point attachment. It will work like butter. Just aim at your enemy, boom, it's pulsed and you have amplified damage buff. Really good combo and it hits extremely hard. For the pistol though, I'm using TDI named pistol, which will give us extra skill tier, and if shit will hit the fan, maybe you will be short on ammo, then use this weapon with InSync. You have 6 skill tiers on each skill, and InSync will give you weapon and skill damage. Pretty self-explanatory. For the mask I'm using Coyote Exotic Mask. This mask will give me in close range freaking 25% crit damage. At mid range we will cap out our crit chance, and it works extremely well in team play. In team play, at least one agent should have this mask. At incursion, at stronghold, yada, at least one enemy, one player should wear Coyote mask. To make everything even better, I'm using Fenris chest piece, which will give me assault rifle damage with Overwatch talent. Overwatch talent is really good talent for solo players and for team players, because not only you are getting weapon and skill damage, the same buff will be given to your teammates as well. So your teammates can receive huge amount of buffs from running with you. And that's the reason why you can really quickly clear strongholds and carry low-level characters with yourself. For the holster though, I'm using Karlson holster with skill tier, and weapon damage is the biggest reason why I'm using this holster. 15% weapon damage as an attribute is absolutely delicious. For the backpack though, I'm using Sombra for crit damage reasons with shock and half talent. We're gonna apply status effects with our disrupt grenades and Stinger Hive, or maybe EMP, or maybe shock trap, and we will have buff for 20 seconds, which will increase our skill damage. For the gloves, I'm using Petros gloves with damage to armor attribute, really good for DPS and with skill tier. I got lucky, I found one pair of gloves with skill damage attribute, so that's the reason why I was able to roll core attribute for extra skill tier. Really good stuff. And as you see, solo, duo, full squad, there is no issue whatsoever to clear stronghold at the hardest points. Chungas, no chungas, dogs, drones, all the shenanigans will be wiped. Simply wiped. And capacitor, don't forget that with each skill tier will give you 7.5% extra weapon damage. That's the reason why the base damage value is so high for this weapon. And with full stacks you will gain 60% skill damage buff. It's like a test subject name, but assault rifle on steroids. So yeah, for the knee pads, I'm using second piece from Arquebus gear set to receive 2-piece branded buff, extra skill tier. For the skills, I'm using assault turret, and you can use maybe jammer pulse, drone, all the skills like Stinger Hive, shock trap, EMP. We have tons of skills that can apply status effects. So yeah, rock baby.